and a battle between car owner Denny Hamlin and former defending champion Ryan Blaney. Tyler Reddick steals the show at Homestead, Miami. We'll talk about this and more next here on Stuck at the Catchphrase. Welcome in, guys. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful day, as I am. Not because of my Cincinnati Bengals, but because NASCAR, like Seamus says, puts on another banger of a race. The mile and a halfs, Homestead, Miami. Why it's not in the championship, I'll never know, but puts out an amazing race. Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, to set the stage, are battling, coming down to the final 10 laps. Kyle Larson tries to send it where he doesn't need to. He ends up spinning out, causing a late race caution. Driver Tyler Reddick kept it long, pitted, did not lose a lap, and is able to stay out onto the track as everybody else takes tires. And he comes out with 2 lap older tires than everybody else, while Ryan Blaney and now Denny Hamlin, who was making a late charge because Kyle Larson has a longer stop. Tyler Reddick, out of nowhere, given the top lane, is able to find a way to pass both Denny Hamlin, the owner of his car, and Ryan Blaney for the ticket punched into the championship 4. He runs spoiler as somebody who needed to win a race, joined Joey Logano, who also played spoiler, and now will race for a championship. And to put this in perspective, Tyler Reddick, I think a lot of people now will see that he is one of the best drivers. He didn't need this win to solidify that. He has had the talent. Everywhere he's been, he's won races. He's won championships in lower series. He is really that good. I remember doing the video whenever he left RCR and went to 2311. And it's like, man, this may catapult his career. If he's able to win the championship, this race will be played forever. I mean, honestly, even if he wins a championship, he'll be in the Hall of Fame, and they'll show this race and what it took, because this was one of those finishes that it didn't need multiple overtime finishes. It didn't need a wreck during the finish to be a great race. This is one of the greatest finishes that we've ever had in NASCAR playoff history. And Tyler Reddick was there based purely on his talent, based purely on a great call by his crew chief, and execution by the pit crew team, which is what we've seen so much. Pit crew execution, great calls by the crew chief. And Tyler Reddick had all of that today to find his way into the championship 4, winning Toyota its first race win since August at Michigan, and now has a 25% chance of winning a championship. And, I wouldn't say Phoenix is his best racetrack, but you have to get there to have an opportunity to win. And Kyle Larson, somebody that was, I believe, 3 to 5 points above the cut line there late, if he was able to hold on to a second place finish, now finds himself in the red, facing Martinsville in an elimination race, not currently into the championship 4. Christopher Bell, another great finish today, another top 5. He sees his way into the championship 4. Again, we're doing all this before post-race inspection. It's not like the France family would find a way to disqualify Tyler Reddick. Knock on wood if you're a 2311 racing fan. But, Tyler Reddick, just an amazing, we call him Kyle Larson light. And today he beat Kyle Larson. Today he was clutch. Today he did all the right things. Yes, he's an aggressive driver, and his crew chief kept saying, I need that aggression moving forward, and he did that. And I want to say again about how much this is needed for Homestead. The playoff system, while we may not like it, needs tracks like Homestead, which inexplicably is moving out of the playoffs next year because of what this car does well. Mile and a half, this car does well. I mean, what we've seen from this track, it isn't even just this next gen car. It was previous generation's car, and what this track is able to do running low, running mid, running high. The options that it gives you. Dirty air is still king at times, but it doesn't matter nearly as much as a track that can provide you multiple lanes. And Homestead did its part again. Does it have the crowd that it should have? Absolutely not. But it provides the most purest form of racing with NASCAR and the opportunities that it gives drivers to have a track put their skills in their hands. Martinsville will not do that next week. Phoenix will not do that next week. Half of that the car, half of that the track. The car mainly at Martinsville, the track mainly at Phoenix. We don't get bangers of races at Phoenix. So this may be the last really, really great race that we see for the rest of the year. So I don't want it to go understated of what we were able to witness today. So Tyler Reddick puts on a show. Homestead Miami puts on a show. And, 2024 has put on a show. We've had so many great races this year. It's been fun to watch. We've had, multiple overtimes at Nashville, if that's your thing. We've had the closest finish of all time at Kansas. Just all kinds of tremendous finishes. Guys running out of gas on the last lap. All of that. And, I don't want to sound down that we just had a great race and that this might be the last great race of the season. But if we can get the short track package figured out with this next gen car or tire wear, like we saw at Bristol earlier this year, which was a great race, then us NASCAR fans truly can turn in every single week and have no idea what to expect or who's going to win. And that's awesome. We don't get that in sports anymore. We don't get that necessarily in NASCAR over previous year, but this year, man, has been a tremendous, tremendous season, and it just was capped off with another great race. So, congratulations. It's just amazing the storylines we get every single week. Obviously, you got 2311 currently in court fighting against NASCAR, and now may have NASCAR hand them a championship. I mean, what a moment that would be. I mean, that's a 30 for 30 in itself. Team suing NASCAR has to have NASCAR give them a championship. And then NASCAR, on the other hand, says, we're not even going to give you a charter for next year. You're going to have to qualify your way into these races. I mean, it's just wild. But congratulations to Tyler Reddick. Congratulations to the 45 team. 3 years now that this team has been around, and they will fight for a championship. Meanwhile, the owner may not. I mean, that's something crazy to say. And, congratulations to Michael Jordan, who left the basketball world to come into NASCAR, has been a face for this sport, has been a great ambassador for the sport. And despite what's going on legally, could absolutely be what this sport needed to change it fundamentally moving forward. And also from an example of new ownership on what they need to do to take the right steps to be competitive and win almost immediately, especially putting the right driver, being out there willing to take a risk 2 years before Tyler Reddick's contract even ended at RCR because they wanted to get their guy. And now look at it. 2 years later, with a chance at a championship. So this is going to be it. My name is Ryan. This is the post-race show, the post-race, the post-race, pre-post-race inspection race review. So again, my name is Ryan Pierce. Thanks for tuning in to Stuck in the Catch Fence. We'll catch you next time. Stay safe and God bless.